massive human rights and freedom initiative welcomes you back to this afternoon awareness and exposition. We began this last week and we started with the exposition on committee on torture, which was established against Nigerian state, and the United Nations also informed Nigeria about the violations and demanded they release their captive as Nnamdi Kanu, torturing and rendition carried out illegally without the normal process. There was no extradition order from Kenya, and he was tortured. That was the beginning of this very exposition last week, and indeed, we thank you so much, those who were present, and today you are here with more people than expected. Not only this, we thank all our listeners who received the lectures through the upload, through the massive media. We thank you all. Those who have subscribed, we thank you so much. We thank you for sharing. We also ask those who may not have subscribed to please subscribe and listen to these awareness lectures. The basis of this afternoon comparison is just to justify that from the beginning there is no rule of law, even at the time General Buhari was in power. He was a dictator, just like those from Southern America, people like Augusto Pinochet, General Rafael Videla of Argentina. These are the contemporaries and good friends of the dictators because they have similar crimes and the violation of human rights. In Nigeria, the president, Buhari, then the general officer commanding 3rd Armored Division in Jos, Plateau State. He was among those who disobediently took over the government of Nigeria by force, with arms, brutalizing everybody who refused to accept the overthrow of the government of Sheikh Shagari, the constituted authority and the president elected by the majority of Nigerians. When you look at the Nigerian Constitution, Part 1, this stated that the Federal Republic of Nigeria shall not be governed, nor shall anyone, person or group of persons take control of the government of Nigeria or any part thereof, except in accordance with the provisions of this Constitution. The Constitution has its own way and the provisions made available when there will be a change of government, but instructed and directed that all Nigerians, irrespective of your class, that the Federal Republic of Nigeria shall not be governed, nor shall any person or group of persons take control of the government of Nigeria or any part of, except in accordance with the provisions of this Constitution. In this regard, the Constitution, as according to Part 1, Number 1, stated that this Constitution is supreme and its provisions have binding force on all authorities and persons throughout the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But the suppression of the military and the suspension of Nigerian constitution by this group of military elements headed by General Buhari committed crime against Nigerian state, which is punishable by life imprisonment. When we compare this, as we stated last week, with those from the South American countries, we have people like General Pinochet of Chile, who ousted the democratically elected president of Chile, Salvador Allende, in 1973. We have another army general called Rafael George Videla. He ruled in Chile. He overthrew the constituted democratic government of Chile, headed by President Isabel Martinez de Perón. He overthrew, with his gang of military, overthrew the constituted and elected president of Chile. However, when we look at the crime instituted against Nnamdi Kanu, one will realize that there is a difference, or there are differences. In case of Nnamdi Kanu, research was carried out to find out actually if he is qualified, or if there is any provision, or there are provisions for him to make such demand on self-determination or self-actualization of the defunct Republic of Biafra. But however, the Nnamdi Kanu, who is considered to be a preacher of self-determination based on United Nations General Assembly Report A/69/272, reference territorial integrity based on British Berlin Conference creation of Niger State Protectorate between 1884 to 1914, justified by the paragraph 6 of United Nations Resolution 1514-15, Data Principle of United Nations. Again, the Helsinki Final Act of 1945, the United Nations International Court of Justice and international law experts, following the principle of statehood of self-determination, think that empowered him to indeed ask for restoration of the defunct Republic of Biafra. But there are provisions made by the United Nations for negotiation where there is conflict between two opposing parties, and these conflict resolution guidelines are specially provided by the United Nations. Unfortunately, the Nigerian government do not want to use those facilities to resolve the problems within the country. Many calls have been made, but they were ignored. And at this very point, the massive human rights and freedom initiative is calling on the federal government to adhere to the call and the request of the United Nations to release the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra and go on the table for negotiation, applying the United Nations guidelines and principles. All these things are provided, only that the government of the day want to use the power of the military to resolve every issue by killing people, by murdering, by making people to disappear And these are the violations and inhumanity the United Nations are now referring to, because they refuse to apply the simplest principle that can resolve conflicts within the state. By this, we ask you to apply the necessary guidelines provided to resolve these issues. By this, we end this afternoon lectures. Ask you to subscribe. For our listeners who are going to receive this after the upload, to subscribe, give us a thumb, then press the notification bell so that you get this as soon as it is uploaded. Again, we ask you to share our videos. Massive Human Rights and Freedom Initiative want to inform you formally that this short video we made is to inform you and educate you that the generals, the army, military rulers and dictators who have ruled the nations, especially Nigeria, they can be prosecuted based on the violations of human rights and crime against humanity they have violated or they have failed to adhere throughout their regime, and even especially the current president, who have continued to violate the rights of the people.
El fragmento que vamos a ver ahora, vas a ver un video que se va acalentando, se va emocionando, ¿no?
Where the local or national court cannot listen to you, then the International Court of Criminal can also listen to you. That is where you have to lay your hope. We have provided a brief note on that. With this, we come to an end to this very awareness, and we ask you to subscribe once again, share our videos, and wait for the next explosive one within the echo of the first. If you have not listened to the first one, to the first video, please go back. We will provide new ones to enlighten the people. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Subscribe and share our video. Thank you till we come for the next one. God bless you all. One day we are